Michelle Obama just said something that has everyone talking, and no, it's not about politics, it's not about fashion, it's about parenting. More specifically, why she's glad she never had a son with Barack Obama. And before you assume it's some kind of diss, it's not. It's deeper, it's honest, and it's something most people would never say out loud. Michelle opened up in a candid new episode of her podcast Michelle Obama, the Light podcast, where she and her brother Craig Robinson sat down with their friend Angie Martinez. And out of nowhere, she just drops this little truth bomb. I'm so glad I didn't have a boy. Because he would have been a Barack Obama. And I would felt for him. Now, pause right there. That's not shade at Barack. That's a mom speaking from experience. That's a woman who has raised 2 daughters, Malia and Sasha, with all eyes on them since birth. And she's saying, raising a son? In that spotlight? With that last name? That would have been a lot. Before we go further, real quick, if you into smart celebrity insights like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Because I break stories like this down the way nobody else does. Back to Michelle. Her tone during that moment was playful, but her words carried weight. She wasn't just joking about Barack being a lot, though let's be real, he is charismatic, larger than life, and basically a living history book. What she was really saying is this: having a son with Barack Obama would meant raising a boy constantly compared to one of the most admired, eloquent, and accomplished men in the world. Can you imagine being a 10-year-old boy, just trying to exist, while everyone expects you to become the next Barack Obama? The same confidence, the same discipline, the same everything? That's not just pressure, that's a whole legacy on your shoulders before you even hit puberty. Michelle knows that, and she knows how hard it is to grow up under a microscope. Let's not forget, Malia and Sasha have been under public scrutiny their entire lives. From their fashion choices to college decisions, even their dating lives have been discussed in headlines. Now imagine if one of them was a son. A black son of the first black president. The expectations would have been unreal, and the criticisms, even harsher. Michelle even went further in that podcast. She talked about how we, as a society, need to raise boys better. She said something powerful: love your sons, but raise them too. Let that sink in. She's talking about emotional development, about not coddling boys so much that they grow up into emotionally unavailable men, about preparing them to deal with the world, not just protecting them from it. Especially for black boys, she noted, the stakes are high, from racial profiling to mental health challenges to gender expectations. So no, Michelle Obama isn't glad she didn't have a son because she doesn't love boys. She's glad because she knows the reality. She knows how much pressure her son would have carried. And she's saying, that's not something she would wanted to put on a child. It's also worth mentioning the other layer to this: Barack Obama is a dominant presence. Yes, he's kind and grounded, but he's also incredibly intense. A perfectionist. A person who doesn't have to do anything. Michelle once joked that Barack doesn't even chill the way normal people do. Everything is a mission, even relaxing. So imagine raising a mini version of that. Michelle laughed during the podcast and said, I already raised Barack. You could hear the truth behind that laugh. Because if we're being honest, many women in relationships often feel like they're raising both their children and their husbands. Michelle just said the quiet part out loud. And then there's the current buzz about her marriage. People have noticed that Michelle hasn't been attending every event with Barack lately, including some international appearances. So when she speaks candidly like this, people listen. But she clarified, her distance isn't about their marriage falling apart. It's about stepping into her own lane. She said, if we were falling apart, you'd know. But this is just me choosing my life. She's reclaiming her independence. As her daughters enter adulthood, Michelle is stepping out more on her own terms, and choosing the kinds of conversations she wants to have. Conversations like this. She's not afraid to say it, girls were the right fit for her parenting style. She's proud to be a girl mom. Proud of the strong, graceful, bold young women she raised. And she's equally proud to not have gone down a path that might have been filled with painful comparisons, unfair standards, and relentless public judgment. This moment? It's not about gender. It's about identity. It's about choice. It's about acknowledging the weight of public legacy, and saying, no thanks, I protected my child from that. And that, my friends, is what makes Michelle Obama different. She didn't just play First Lady. She redefined it. She didn't just raise 2 kids, she raised 2 young women who are thriving. And now, in her post-White House chapter, she's having real conversations about what it means to raise children, stay in love, stay yourself, and laugh at life's what-ifs. So next time someone asks, why is Michelle Obama glad she didn't have a son? You'll know it's not just a joke. It's a whole philosophy. Now I want to hear from you. Do you agree with Michelle? Can you imagine the pressure a son of Barack Obama would have felt? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you liked this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell. We've got more celebrity insights, truth bombs, and moments you won't hear anywhere else, every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.